Welcome to Building Excellence, Episode 7. Today I have Jeff, the entrepreneur, Jeff Cunningham, in our multi-purpose studio / office, and we're going to have a conversation and hopefully drop a lot of value. He's grown a lot over the last, 3-4 years or so, kind of as I've been coming up in the construction space. I've also been looking towards successful people to learn from and grow from. And I saw that Jeff was following a lot of the same people that I was following and kind of grabbed hold of advice from Cardone and other big names like that, and started posting a lot of content, started building up his personal brand, and he's come a long way, just from an outsider, not really connecting with him regularly, but just seeing all the stuff that he's doing and like everything that he's built off of to get to where he's at. So we're honored to have him in here today. Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, dude. By the way, I'm proud of you, man. I remember us back in the day, and just everything you've built up here too, and us listen. Any like-minded individuals. Me and you were having a call. I don't know how much you're recording beyond this, but but yeah, just business is the same at a vertical, and kind of once you figure it out, you fall in love with it, and you just want to do more of it, And that's kind of where I'm at, and I just want to be around people, and really, I have it on my hoodie here. But inspire others always, right? Literally inspire people. Like, business gets tough, right? It gets tough trying to get out there and break through the noise. But as long as you kind of just stay consistent and you be relentless and kind of do what is uncomfortable, and just believe in what your vision is. Like I was telling you, my event in March, right? I don't even have a venue, right? But I believe that I surrounded myself enough people. I know enough people. We're going to do it, make it happen, right?
Subconscious mind's working on that while you sleep, dude.
Oh, dude, 100%, man. There's a book called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Gordon Murphy. It was the first book my dad gave me that really, like, I didn't read, but I remember being like, oh, yeah, my mind's messed up.
Dude, so before we get into all that, Inspire others always. When was it? Like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, you kind of got into this whole space?
4 years ago, yep.
So I started seeing you, obviously we follow each other on social media. I started seeing you like in all your posts, you had like your own branded shirts and like this and that. You're doing like 10 different things all at once, all the time.
Yeah.
That's just kind of your personality, but you have the energy for it, so you follow through. But this inspire others always, like where did that come from? Like how did that like materialize?
So yeah, this right here is the one thing I do, right?
Okay.
So yeah, there's other things I do to fund payroll, right? And keep the business in. You'll do whatever as a business owner. But the one thing I do and my sole purpose on this life is to inspire others always.
Gotcha.
And do that through any way means possible, right?
Gotcha.
And where that came from was, if you know me, Zach, I used to be a little punchy and say little things. I still am a little bit, right? That's why I liked Grant so much, right? Because he was a little punchy and cavalier and spoke kind of how he felt. And I knew if I was going to put myself out there, right, with everything that I'm doing, that I need to create a mission statement that me and my business stood by, and everything that I stood by, that whatever comes out of my mouth is inspiring others. So because there's two way to build people. You can either tear towers down or you can build them up. And I always want to be on the guy building people up. So that's really where it came from. And yeah, it's led to now speaking gigs and a book deal and all that stuff, which I already, when I did that day, that was 100% the plan.
Yeah.
I did something really, I should have started selling the book then. All right.
What book?
Getting Rich in Recession is the book that's up for sale right now. That's going out that we got a book deal on. So it's telling exactly the story. Like this might be in the book now, but it's first, you can go to gettingrichinrecession.com and buy it now.
Man. So what's that? You're like your story over the last few years?
Yeah, just from 4 years. Like everything that you said. Actually, it starts right when I invested in the software.
Okay.
That I had. I was chasing the millions, like we all do sometimes, right? You get in there and you think, hey, this is a million and one idea. Let me do it. We've all thought of it, right?
Yeah.
But I'm an action taker, so I was like, you know what? Let me do it. White labeled the software. We started building a lead generation software. Me and Ahmad. I'm still friendly terms on everything.
Yeah.
Just invested a lot of money into it. Was basically the main investor, and it just didn't materialize. And we had a Russian coder, Timar. Shout out to Timar if he's listening to this. Threatened to hold it for ransom right when COVID was hitting. And
So you guys like put all this time into this is what I was saying.
yeah.
Like Jeff's into a bunch of different things, but
but
you
it's
guys
all
have
in the
put
vertical. So here's the
all-
thing: it all comes down to getting leads. That's
For
what
sure.
it comes down to. You know.
Well, it's I mean
Marketing.
everything that you're in is in marketing, is
Yeah.
in building your personal brand, is in getting that buzz going on about you,
Even
pushes into leads at the back end.
the reason why I worked for JC Tenati, Joe Tenati, was because I
Right.
heard of his name. I knew the brand awareness. It was like, how did he build that up, right? And then I talked to him just like we're talking now, and I would ask him these questions, and he'd always be like, you ask good questions. And he talked about brand awareness and everything, because I wanted to know, right?
Right.
So he was talking brand awareness, and I would always say to him, I was like, oh, that's what I'm doing with Jeff the Entrepreneur. I'm putting the name out there.
Right.
So now with Changing Lives, right? Changing Lives, the event, Changing Lives Consulting and Marketing. Now what I'm doing is my personal brand is Jeff the Entrepreneur, but now our business brand, right? Now people are going to know is Changing Lives. So now I'm starting to push that out, because my personal brand is now really under, people want Jeff the Entrepreneur. So now
Right.
I got to make more people, and that's part of
Guide
how
'em
business builds, you know, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's where it came from. Just doing Inspire Others Always and putting it out there. But I always had the vision, like I did think I'd be in Miami, Florida by now when all this was happening, when I was asked to speak on stages. That was the one thing I pictured. I wouldn't be still in Connecticut. So I'm a little upset I'm here personally, but it's good to see your studio, you know, so this is good.
Thanks, man. Yeah, this is a people have probably heard somewhat of our story on other podcasts that we've done too, because Building Excellence is the name of this podcast, but we have a lot of ZN construction that's kind of just like by default, like in it, because that's what we do here. And so yeah, this office, we got an office space to be able to do all of our estimating on. We do all of our estimating online.
Gotcha.
And
That's smart.
throughout everything that we've kind of been growing with and all of this, the podcast was just kind of like another vertical or another avenue that we wanted to try to go down to grow more brand awareness, to build more social media content and this and that. That's why we record everything. Take little nuggets, you know, so you can make clips and post them online.
So do you teach other businesses how to do estimating online? My marketing business went, man, that's huge, man. I know how many businesses aren't doing that right now. Save mine. Do you teach that as a vertical right now for marketing? Dude, I can get you a few clients right now. Everybody makes more money around me, man. That's huge. I actually, with JC Tenati, I've actually pushed in doing a lot of that. But, you know, we're kind of more the old school family business, and that's what, and, you know, everybody's got to find their niche and their role. Because I think I'm a big fan of you and everything. Dude, ZN, just the logo's sick, man. Everything's sick. Like, I always, like, you know, whenever I was going out on a sale, I was wondering if I was going to lose to you. We don't really run out against each other too much. We stay on different neck of the woods, you know?
Different neck of the woods, and also, like, there's certain aspects of construction and parts of construction that are different. So, like, a lot of these companies out there that do exteriors or do windows or that kind of thing, they're competing mostly with other window companies. Like, our company does everything, so it's like we have a lot of different opportunity in that, but we're also
what do you
not
guys
as
do the
specialized.
best? Like, so, but here's the thing, like, and that's the thing, like, everybody gets mad at me, and I get mad when people say, Jeff, you do a million things.
Yeah. Oh,
Because,
sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just then, because I do one thing, I do marketing.
Yeah.
Okay, at the end of the day, I was doing live videos. Anybody who's doing this, and you probably are above this.
I said that now because like that's what it seems like online. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're always pushing like different stuff. So like that's kind of how it comes off.
Yeah, so it's cross sales. So in marketing, there's cross sales. Like, do you have all your guys in your? Now we're getting back to your business, but this is good. Do you have all your guys in house, full time, or are there some of them subs?
So everyone that's on the team is in-house full-time, all on payroll. We have 15 guys. Well, we have 13 right now. We have 3 more coming on. 1 more came on last week. 2 more are coming on next week.
You're able to find guys right now, even with them getting checks?
Well, dude, it's hard. But you have to, like, it all comes down to building that brand and building the awareness of where we're at. So, like, for us, we're always looking for new people, and we have a lot of people cycle through here, and a lot of people don't make it because like we're very picky with kind of who stays on and who doesn't.
Quality people.
You want good quality people. You want people that desire opportunity, you know, because we have a lot of opportunity to offer here. You want people that have a drive and work ethic, and you need people who are quality craftsmen, you know. So like, if
that's
people
tough,
come in and try out, and maybe they're a quality craftsman, but their attitude sucks, and they're just like not great to work around. Well, you're not really going to stick around, even though that quality of craftsmanship is great and valuable. if you can't work with a team, dude, then you're not really a good fit for us. And we tell everyone, like, our hiring process is a little different than most. We'll bring people in. We won't even do an interview sometimes. We'll just have them go right to work and work with us for a week.
Right.
Paid.
Save time. See exactly what you're dealing with.
Exactly.
Right? Are you good,
man? Because as soon as you get on site, dude, our guys are going to be able to tell, like, does this cat fit with
That's
our
what Joe
thing
used to do.
or
Joe
not?
used to have aluminum brake outside and have guys go work the aluminum brake because that was his thing. That's his thing that he does really
do
well.
a couple things and show me what you're made of.
Right, exactly.
But the problem is like, I feel like if I just did that here, if we set up like a little workshop or something, to like, you got to do like tape some sheetrock, you got to bend some aluminum, you got to put a little window in, whatever. Then it's very easy for people to come into a place like this and sell themselves by blowing smoke.
Right.
And people have gotten very good at that, like with making their resume look great, have an interview and really like make themselves shine. But then they get out in the field where the dirt and the grime and the hard work is, and if they can't hack it, dude, then you just did that interview and hired that person for nothing.
It's time, man. Time's the most valuable currency, right? So you've taken away a lot of... Dude, I'm such a fan of you and everything you do, man. I really want to say, I've watched and researched a lot of different stuff once I knew you were building all this. And the fact that we study a lot of the same guys, Grant, Bradley, all these guys, Ed Milet, that you've had the success you've had, right? And dude, it's just cool. But my whole point of saying that is because you do construction, so you do a lot of things, right? And you're estimating. I know how much, like, how tough that is. Like, you got to really sell your brand. Hey, we're this good, right? And say a markup. I don't want to get into your markup and everything too. But like, I love business, right? So like, then I get like, this is what when I sit down to a consulting session, I start asking questions, get people business, figure out what their markup is, where they're at, like all that stuff.
Because you want to find out like, how can you help them?
Yeah, how can I help really increase the margins, make more money, and a lot of it's through brand awareness, And I just know that you're able to find guys, which is just awesome. I know we were looking with Joe and helping out Joe a lot lately, which is good, man. It helps feed my business, helps me help my dad out if he needs help, helps me help care of people.
Sure.
So like, it's cool, but 100%, it's no secret to Joe or anybody that what I do is consulting. All these times I keep leaving, take time off to go speak on a stage or be in New York. Like, that's me, you know what I mean? That's my purpose for some way.
I might have been out of line in saying that you do a bunch of different things, but it's good to like kind of bring that all back into like perspective, you know what I mean? Because all of those things are part of marketing and are part of branding. Like, it all plays in. Sometimes people will ask me, like, how do you do it? Or like, how did this all come about? And I'm like, well, for one thing, like, I didn't have a plan of like how I built this business. Like, you kind of just do things and then do other things and figure out like what works. But for another thing, you need to be able to have a solid understanding of everything, marketing, sales, business, numbers, how to do the job, all of the stuff that how to build a team, like all the stuff that goes into any kind of business. And at the heart of that is people knowing you and knowing your brand and getting that kind of buzz out there for your space. So I think you do that really well.
It's funny, well, and that's what I help other people do too. Like, I know how to do it, right? I know how to do. Right, and there's other things, like my brother's really good at building teams. If you go to thegrowthsheet.com, you can see the hierarchy of human development, which is insecure, arrogant, competent, confident leader, right?
Nice.
Did he show you that or no? Go to thegrowthsheet.com. You can download it. He does a whole webinar training on it. This is me always promoting, by the way. I always do this for people. It's my brother, man.
You're inspiring others.
Exactly. But this helps because, even when you're going to hire your guys or anybody is right now who's listening to this, if someone's arrogant, they believe they can't grow, right? So my brother, we're creating something where now people can test people on a list so that it'll tell them where they are at the hierarchy.
Gotcha.
So without you telling someone, hey, you're arrogant, man, you think you're really good on the thing, but nobody likes and wants to work with you, it tells them this so they can kind of self-assess and then know and then wake up. So that's what he's built out, and how to train a culture where you want to hire from competent and be above, right? Which any business owner, that, but there's a lot of businesses that fail and don't need this thing. So that's the problem he solves. So he's getting recruited now to go work and solve it for some company now. So I'm proud of him.
That's actually, so with that sheet, say you bring someone in for an interview or something, if they're not a good fit, do you try to like tell them why they're not a good fit?
Yeah, so this is where cross sales happen in marketing, right? talk to Josh Lewis Growth about that. Follow Josh Lewis Growth if you're not following his channel and stuff like that.
I do.
Josh speaks like, I'm out there and I'm working on getting more art. Dude, this is crazy, dude. Like the whole hearing this. Actually, I was with Andy Audate out in Vegas, got off a plane, went right in a podcast interview. Didn't even shower. It's a true story, right? There was a cute girl there that I liked too. And I wanted to be at the dinner and see it in the whole journey. And I get there. Me and Andy are locked in. I'm like, you know when you get on a plane, you're just traveling, you want to go shower?
Yeah.
True story. This is a total pivot story here, but it's a good story. We're locked in. The whole time we're locked in eye to eye because it's this thing and this is how the podcast is.
You're in the conversation.
Right. And which is good. It helps focus, right? So we leave. He's like, that was really good, man. And Andy told me, hey, Jeff, one thing you did is you dropped so many names in there. He's like, what this does, and he taught me this. Now we're pivoting again, guys. There's this, anyway, so your line thinks this way, and then if I say a name, people start thinking, oh, Andy Audate, do I know that name? Oh, Josh Lewis Growth, right? It takes people off the track. So you want to keep people on a word frame reference with the most words they know. And he taught me this right after the interview, so I'm always learning, dude. And so then I wound up going to, I wound up picking up a homeless guy. We're driving a Camaro convertible. And I took sympathy on this homeless guy, and he's like, oh man, I never in one. I was like, hop in, man. And I was like, I can't figure out how, because it was COVID, right? So I couldn't figure out where to, we're out for my brother's financial business, Dead My Light and all that. See, there you go, I dropped the name, but you know what I'm saying. But we're out there, and so I drive him. The guy takes me totally off, starts telling me his life. I pray with the dude. I drive him back. I think he's gonna kill me. He winds up leaving his phone in the car. I then finally wind up walking in. Everybody's all showered and changed. I'm so late for the whole thing. And then it's funny because then when we're walking down and we're going to see Fremont Street, you've been in Vegas, right?
I've never been.
Oh, dude, you got to come. My event, March. Maybe we'll push on Vegas a little bit more. But
I thought you said it was going to be in Florida.
Well, because I'll be living there, is the kind of goal. But it depends on the venue and the price.
I'll follow along.
All right, good.
Maybe I'll make it.
Yeah, we'll do it 100%. If not, we'll do a virtual. We're gonna do a hybrid studio. We're working on all that, so you can make it. You buy the download of it. All right, you know. So
anyway, you where are you going with the whole podcast?
Oh no, just but my whole point of that went a whole different story. No, but just the podcast, dude. Like this is, dude, what you've built is what I like. I wound up going down. The guy wound up losing his phone as we're going back out to Fremont Street. I'll finish the story. The guy's walking down next to me. I'm walking next to the girl, like, oh wow, this is nice. I'm a little nervous now, right? Because still single, trying to find a wedding date for my brother's wedding coming up.
Yeah.
And as I'm doing it, the guy comes back and goes, hey man. And I was like, oh, it's the homeless guy. And he goes, I'm not homeless. And I guess he really wasn't, but he was doing stuff. He left his phone in the car. And it was literally like a movie where everything felt like it was going one way, and then you get like this crazy guy in the middle.
Big twist.
All by all that. I don't know what the point of telling the story was, but that
just meeting people and talking to them, regardless.
Yeah,
of
and I think that was it. Always saying yes to a lot of different people too in marketing, but maybe not. Maybe you target on your clientele too.
Yeah, you got to have like that little bit of like common sense to pick and choose. Like
I've tried to help out a lot of homeless guys, dude. There's a YouTube video, 10 things you can do to help the homeless. I helped this guy get off the street. It was back when I was doing SunPower Solar.
Please tell me you didn't put him in one of your apartments.
No, I didn't put him in one of my apartments, although I might as well have one guy in the apartment now. It feels like he's homeless, but he knows who he is, man. If he follows all my stuff, dude. I love you, brother. He knows how to work the system better than me.
But you got to start paying your rent, dude.
He told me the state got you, man. The state's got you. You get your money. I'm going to put a down payment on a condo. That's what he told me, so.
That doesn't drive you insane?
Not at all, man. Because at the end of the day, man, I'm responsible for all my own situation. I just know what to do better next time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's kind of funny at the time. Listen, I can market and I can sell. Right. So I'll never go broke,
Right.
So I'm just going to have to market and sell harder because of a certain situation.
But it doesn't drive you nuts. Like, you buy this fourplex and you're renting it out. You're supposed to be making some money on it. Like, that's what you're trying to put your money to work and putting it in this investment. But then these people aren't paying rent. They're saying the state's going to get you. Like, then you got to do more work. You got to fill out the application.
Yeah, well, I have a great property management. They're not paying me, so I'm not going to shout out their name. But they're good, and they're doing all the work for me. So while I'm here or something, they're doing that. So
do they just take their cut like off of rent that's collected?
Yeah, so we structure a pretty good deal. That's why I'm not shouting them out, man, because we got to structure another deal because they might do it off. I interviewed a few property management companies before I got them, you know, so they have to know Grant Cardone, right? That was one of my qualifying questions, right?
Sure.
So I had a few qualifying questions. I have a really good, what's the guy's name? He calls me boss all the time. Shoot, what's his name? He's going to kill me. He doesn't even listen to this. Leo.
Okay.
He's the guy who goes and handles all the maintenance stuff.
Gotcha.
Really good guy. Very, very good judge of character. We knew not to put in that last tenant, but we didn't
follow your own advice?
Well, yeah, I thought the guy put the down payment. It was right during Christmas. It's very hard to rent it during Christmas. And yeah, you know what, dude? But here's the thing. When you said you're not mad about that, 100%, like everybody gets really upset about it. And this is maybe the thing the Lord's given me this gift of to really accept where I am, right? Accept everything. It's every lesson is learned, right? Okay, I've learned. In my next 36 unit, hey, we're not going to do this too, right? So that's it. What's the best exit strategy is really what I'm working on. Do I 1031 it and sell it, get it rented out, right? And then sell it 1031s when I move to Florida, right? Or do I hold it, let it appreciate because the market, right? Everything's going to appreciate. Really place 2 new good tenants in it because it's going up soon, and really hope for that so I have a little cash flow. So that's it's more now. I'm just focused on what's the better decision there, you know.
Gotcha. So I just don't really worry about them not paying.
Yeah, just make more money, man. You know, like at the end of the day, right? You do money generating activities. You know, I mean,
sure.
yeah. Obviously, what would you rather have them pay or not pay? Have them pay. They're not paying. Okay, now what do we do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't really like
don't put a ton of focus into that.
Exactly. Like that's where it is. Okay. Like that whole quote, I think Ed Milet says, or Tony Robbins say it. I mention names all the time, and it's because I want to give credit to people. You know, that's really why I do it. It's not the name drop. Sometimes it is because I'm like, I'm hanging out. I'm like, at my point in my career right now, it's like, wow, this is pretty cool that.
Well, dude, you've met and had conversations with a lot of these big name dudes.
Dude, I've helped out a lot of these big name dudes. They won't even admit it. I'll tell you off here. They've called me for advice, which is just a huge honor. Hey, what?
Like what's one example?
I got in trouble for sharing this one last time. You're gonna get me in trouble here on this. How many listeners you got?
Like 5.
Yeah, well, you're gonna get 6 with me on here. I usually have about 12 people who follow me. But no. So guy called me. I'll talk in thing, and I'll tell you off here. Guy called me. Hey man, you've built up your brand. People ask me, can you introduce me to Jeff the Entrepreneur? What are you doing? That's basically what it was.
Wow.
And I said, what do you do? So I told him, hey man, I'm selling windows. I invest a lot of money in software to get leads. And during COVID, I started helping people make money online. And that was that. Just started. And that was what changed though. I always coach people on brand consulting and Instagram, and always did some of that stuff too for like $100, right? That's what I was doing. But in COVID, when everybody actually, my furnace guy needed $1,000. Everybody went, dude. I went down to 0, dude. This is crazy, dude. This is what gives me so much confidence. Like, go be at 0 again. This is what entrepreneurs love, dude.
Because your back's against the wall.
Yeah, and I love that, dude.
Right.
You know, I love the everything on me. I love putting it out there. I love
pressure.
I don't know. I've always liked that. So,
there's something to be before you go on. There's something to be said about having that back against the wall feeling and pushing that pressure on yourself to push yourself further. And I think that's super valuable. Like even if you have it, or even if you've made good choices or something like that, like having that kind of perspective, like, no, like I don't have any of this, you know what I mean? Like I want to go here and my back's against the wall. It's the only thing that I can do.
Burn the ships. What's that guy's name? I forget the whole thing. They quoted it yesterday. I was like, I gotta save that so I know it.
Everyone quotes that.
Everybody knows it, but the guy actually had it. It was like a football player referenced who said it. It was like Normandy or something like that. The ship's on Normandy. But burn the ships. So, hey, we're taking their ships back. We're burning our ships. Our back against the wall. There's no other way. You know.
Well, I think it was
Doesn't matter. Everybody knows.
It was in Think and Grow Rich.
Oh yeah, it was
because I've been reading that book right now. Like one of the sections of the chapter is
You just started reading that book now?
Yeah, it's on Audible. I have it on Audible.
Yeah, dude, that's a great book.
Solid.
Chapter 12. It's.
I think I'm on chapter 5.
Okay, chapter 12 is talking about, and this was great for me. You remember how girl crazy I was?
Yeah.
So you remember Angel?
Yeah.
Love that girl, man. I tell that story all the time, man. We might make that'll be part of my next book, man, my movie. It's definitely a part because did you see my Amazon Prime speech, me speaking?
I saw, dude. I didn't.
No research. No research, man.
Dude, I see it all
like
on
NF.
there.
You know NF?
Yeah,
He's like,
of course.
look me up before you have me on your show, man.
No.
I know.
It's
I'm just
it's a
kidding.
thing. It's a problem for me because literally, dude, I have to take like every minute of every day and use it because. So I have
good.
three.
That's
I have a
why you
6-year-old, I have a 5-year-old, and a 3-year-old.
Freak, dude. You got kids?
3 kids. 3 kids. Beautiful wife.
That's right.
The like all these employees, like dudes on the team, solid dudes,
Dude,
all
dude,
of them.
seriously.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like I have to take.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I take that time just like watch TV because that's what
Which is great
calms
because
me down,
as busy as you are, at least I've paired up enough on your name. Like what had you like? Then I've gotten through the noise, right?
Yeah,
For someone as busy as you, I've gotten through the noise.
Well, dude, because I'm stoked about it because I remember like back. Because I'm a little bit younger than you are, and I remember back at like Teach days where like we were hanging out at
what
this
did Teach stand
homeschool
for? What did it
convention.
stand for? Together, everyone
don't even
achieves more. No, that's not it. Is that it?
Good guess. That'd be team.
Oh yeah, team. I don't know. Go ahead.
But anyway, like this homeschooling convention because we were both homeschooled and didn't really. I mean, neither one of us came from anything. You know what I mean? Like, and.
But dude,
You
nobody
put-
comes
you
from
put
anything.
time
Everybody
in.
comes from zero, though.
It-
Let's
Not everyone.
Yeah, you know what? Even those people, they have more issues, man. They have zero
For
in their
sure.
mind.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
Because they've never
there's
had-
a stud of zero.
I would
yeah.
say to circle back to what I just said. I would say that's because they haven't ever really had their back against the wall feeling.
Right. Yeah, that's
You know?
perfectly way to put it. Yep.
But what I was saying is like you're saying you've broken through the noise. It's not really breaking through the noise for me because I've followed you since then just as friends, you know.
Right,
but then like I started this company in 2014, December 2014, and really started kicking off like in fall of 2015. But all through the way, like I've tried to like figure out how to make it better. You know, like as a carpenter. You know, that's what I was. I was in the National Guard and doing
Right.
carpentry
Oh, I
at the
did
same
all
time.
that. I know. I wanted to join the National Guard. How was that? Should I have done that?
One sec. I'll
right,
talk about
all
that
right,
in a minute. But you just are looking for like a place to. You're looking to make more money, and you're looking to do it. For me, it was looking to do it better than I had done it for the people I was working for. You know, like everyone, all these contractors have their old way of doing things.
Right.
I come out. I'm like, all right, well. I just came out and started my own thing to put myself in a better position and to make more money because I didn't see any opportunity to any of these other companies.
Right.
No one offered any opportunity.
So that's how you know how to offer your employees
Exactly.
opportunity.
You have to
Yeah.
offer that vision because I learned that like for
Because
myself.
You didn't have that.
But-
Now, did you start off by yourself when you first started?
By myself, and
Just
then I
doing
would
one
hire
job.
I would hire a kid to help me. I
Yep.
always kind of had a helper.
See, this is
10
how it
bucks
always
an hour or
happens.
whatever.
You know the cash flow quadrant, right?
Yeah.
So employees,
Robert
you work at a
Kiyosaki.
job. Yep, self-employed. It's just the whole process.
Yeah.
People don't know it. That's you own a job. It's you, and then business owner is now you have a system working for
Right.
you. You created a system in it, right? And then investor, you bought some investments. You have money working for
Exactly.
you. You know.
But anyway, like at the start, and I'm segueing this back into how you and I know each other too. But at the start, you don't really know anything about anything. You're just like, I want this, and I don't know how to do it, except I need to be on my own to make more money and to do these jobs and run them myself to make it run smoother. But then you go in, you hire people, you do all these things. Like in carpentry, like you need a team to do these bigger projects.
Right.
But then things don't run right. So you're like, all right, how do I make it run better? How do I figure this out? How do I do this? How do I do this? And as I was on that journey, I started seeing you posting stuff. Like I said, we followed a lot of the same people. So
Right.
like, started seeing you posting stuff from like Grant Cardone, Brad Lee, like these Instagram names that I had started following as a result of trying
better
to
in
better
business.
myself,
Yeah.
you know, in business.
Yeah.
And like I said, like over the past 4 years, I've seen like you've blown up your personal brand like bigger than anyone else that I really know in that short of a time. So it's not so much about like breaking through the noise, just that like in our personal relationship with each other, like we saw something.
Well, I
that
feel
each
bad
other
because
were
I
doing.
haven't been. I did look you up once I started working with Joe and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
'cause then I was like, oh, is he a competitor? What's going on? Da, 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 right? You know, that's how you have to do it. But I did look into that. But I haven't seen much. Like I didn't even see Building Excellence. I'm gonna definitely check this out now.
Well, it's brand new, dude. I haven't posted
Okay.
really.
Well, good. Now we'll blow it up, man.
The only, awesome. The only thing that so I've been doing a lot of like trying to push out a lot of video content.
Yeah, good.
So like
That's
the only
what I
thing that's really kind of pushed it is like 1 or 2 videos. I've shown little clips of like this YouTube video that we put up.
So this is a video, so they're seeing my bad left side here. All right, that's why I was looking over.
Right. But like, so we put it on YouTube for the video section, and then we put the audio on the podcast.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, so but back to people who've called me, right?
Right.
Basically, I had one guy call me, say, hey, would you do that? And then he was scared. So he asked me, what do you know about
You're saying
me?
people calling you for consulting?
Yeah, like, and some people are,
help?
everybody, dude. And I don't mean this in any. I don't want to be arrogant at all.
Yeah.
I used to be that way.
Confident.
Do you remember how I used to be a little bit, kind of?
For sure, dude.
And it was not cool, man. I'm proud of who I am now because I've grown. I'm always gonna grow.
Yeah.
So, like, definitely. And we were both young, but that's not an excuse, man. I watched kids who are 21 who are way more, in depth on that. But yeah, he called me and basically said, "Is everything okay?
Shoot.
Taking care of business." It's live on here.
Sorry, dude. Yeah, this thing.
Yes, you're running a business right here, man. That's always not good when the boss gets a text.
Yeah. Long story short, this afternoon I was supposed to be at this house between 1 and 5 to accept a delivery. I just got a text that's coming at 10:30, which is in 15
Oh, good. I
minutes,
can
but-
talk fast. We learned
No,
that about
I'm
me.
gonna see if I can just get.
Well, this isn't. How long do these usually go? I should ask this.
Usually like an hour to an hour and a half.
Oh wow, it's that long. So it's like the Joe Rogan experience. You listen to
He's
Joe Rogan?
3 hours, dude.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, man. You're halfway there, man. Let's get Joe Rogan on this deal, man. Blow it up. They had a contest to get Joe Rogan on your podcast. Have yet to win that one, but he'll have to pay to be on the Make More Money podcast.
Sorry. Yeah, I got it.
I'm using the airtime to promote my Make More Money podcast. And I told the Joe
Good,
Rogan,
dude. I'm gonna follow that one after this one because I know you guys had
It's
started
really
doing
good,
that.
dude. We only have anybody who they're not good. They probably paid. So
Paid to get on?
Yeah. Like you're like, who's this? And some of the guys are great. Actually, everybody's great. There's only one that's like, there's 2 that are just I didn't even want to air them. So like, I'll interview them, and I won't even like I've interviewed.
You interview everyone before they come on your podcast.
Yep, and then we screen it. Okay, so this is what I do. I screen it, and then I see if it has a hook right in the beginning. If there's really no hook or value, I'm not going to air it because what we're curating is a following of there's going to be some tangible stuff to make more money on our podcast, right?
Okay.
So that's what it is. These are people who've actually done
You
it.
ask some of these questions like, hey, and you're trying to find out
Yeah,
like
what we
value
do,
from those
we do
people.
their whole journey because everybody starts from 0, right?
Yeah.
So we do the whole journey, and then we ask, basically, what are the next steps depending on it. You'll see if you go and watch it. It's been going on. It's still on season 1 forever, but going on from I had software people on, Bradley, software guy, Brett Knutson, 8 million in software because I was in software, right?
Right.
You'll see me if you watch the videos doing it right from the window office, right? And now you'll see I have more coaches and consultants on. I had Tim Story on. Do you know who Tim Story is?
No.
Great guy. You should follow him. He coaches like Oprah and Robert Downey
Oh, wow.
Jr. Yeah, so he coaches that as well. So and then I had another guy on, Coach Michael Burt. I call him the coach with the plane.
Okay.
He has a plane. He's an awesome dude. He spoke at 10X2, which I wish I went to. And how he spoke at it was crazy. He brokered himself a deal with Grant, and he said, "Grant, I'm good enough to be on stage." And Grant was just like, "Yeah, you are, but nobody knows you." And he goes, "I'll buy 25,000 tickets." So this is what he did, dude.
Holy
He
smokes.
bought. I think it was. He bought so many amount of tickets, 2,500 tickets, I think it was,
Okay.
right? 2,500 tickets. And Grant, he's like, he let me be on stage. He said, okay. And then he took those tickets and he upsold
of
them.
course.
So he upsold them and said, you get a private coaching session with Make 30 a coaching business, and you get to come to the event, right? And meet and greet and all that stuff. So that's how he did it. And he made his money back in a profit, and he got his name down. So
Yeah.
that's like a great. So if
That's huge.
yeah, I should get Albert to do that for me eventually, But I kind of have the thing, dude.
To get on Albert's stage, you're saying?
Yeah, no, dude. Albert's been. Anybody doesn't know Albert Preciato? He's been. The dude comes off on Instagram as a very like Ferrari guy. This that.
Yeah.
Huge heart, man.
You gotta look past some of that.
Well, it's hard on Instagram. Some people just post it out there. Like his thing is all marketing. Me and him have a very similar marketing brand.
He's getting that buzz with the Ferraris,
but
but
here's
you
the
listen to him
crazy-
speak, and he actually drops a ton of value every
Oh,
time.
100%. And so I've done all this without the Ferrari.
Right.
Which, like, come on, Albert. Like, I don't even need a Ferrari to build my brand,
But dude, you have that outgoing personality.
So does
Like,
Albert. Albert's pretty good too.
I mean, of course.
Albert's got to come on my Make More Money. I won't even charge Albert to be on my Make More Money podcast. That's how cool I like him. You know, that's if you get an invite, you know you're good.
So this other dude who sold the 2,500 tickets or whatever paid to be on your podcast as well?
No, because he was a coach, so I invited him because I wanted the knowledge. See, so there's 5 currencies. You guys can write this down in here too, right? These are really good. This is one thing I teach on one of my master classes, right? Which breaking through the noise. And this is something I've just learned from somebody else from one of my things. Yep. Do you know him?
Money currency. I don't know.
So
he's
close, yeah. So, and there's one that's free that anybody can use now. So relationships. All right, money. Money's the currency. That's one everybody knows. You take something, you buy and flip it, right? Relationship, right? Which also connections. So there's a different way to relationships and connections. Knowledge, right? That's why you're inviting. And energy, right? And energy is the free one that everybody has a certain type of energy we give off. I've heard so many people say, man, Jeff, we like your energy. When you get aligned with your purpose, if you don't know what your purpose is, then go to changinglivescourse.com and join the thing, and we'll find it out for you. And then you'll find your energy, man, and you'll wake up. You'll still wake up a little groggy sometimes. It happens, man. But you'll wake up more with a purpose. And if not, man, I'll give you a call, man. Someone just offered me money to be with me for 3 days. Jeff, I just want to be around you. So now when we do the event, I think we're going to offer that. They called me, had me on the phone for a while. Everybody calls me and has a question. Jeff, can I just pick your brain? I have a question. How do you do this? And I'm a consultant. The time is paid for, you know? So then that's why I have qualifiers and everything like that. And then people are like, well, who are you? What did you build? And I said, listen, I've helped everybody do exactly this. I've built myself. I've helped Arturo. He made 10K in one day. He's made 30K this week with a funding course. Like, now he was more qualified for it, but I just want to help people at the end of the day, you know.
You're giving them a different opinion and helping them to see like what the steps are to go down the path they want to go down. Yeah,
and dude, I know things that I don't even know that I know until it comes up and people ask me a question, you know. Right. And if I don't know, I have a connection because I've talked to everybody where I'm like, oh no, this person can help you out. Boom, you know, and I make that introduction. So the crazy thing is like, you know, a lot of people, and I don't mind helping people. Like, we sat up here and I just told a whole bunch of stuff. I'll go so fast, and maybe that's it, because I just want to help people quick, and I want to, like, me and you at the time, right? So when I get paid for a consult, I slow down, I listen, I write everything down. Dude, it's paid time. This is their time. I want to give you as much value, right?
Right. When you have to fully understand.
Right. When I'm going through a live or something like that, I'm going kind of fast because and I probably should slow down and speak more. And I probably shouldn't be drinking these energy drinks. I don't even need them, man. But I love them. But I do think when you give it free, people don't take action. I've noticed that. Dude, can you just give me a free coaching call? Sure. I've got people on, want to make them. They don't do anything, dude. Like one person has, or 2 people have, I think. And I don't even know, man. Like, I don't even know where they're at now.
Dude, I was just listening to...
That's why my course, when it comes out, it's $997. Like, I bought 297 courses. I don't even open them, man, because it's not enough for me and my mindset. I basically take this as a free course.
So you don't think that some of these guys are selling these courses and you spend all that money on it and it's all shit that you would just have known or could have found out for free anyway?
So here's the deal. I don't learn from courses. I learn from one-on-one. I pay to go to events and everything. You got to know how you learn. Like, anybody book a call, I can tell you exactly how to learn. There's certain guides, like us as entrepreneurs, I think it's dumb for us to buy courses. I still buy them, and I'll fast forward to one part, learn that one part, and then go out. That's what I'll get out of it.
You're collecting little pieces.
Cardone U's great. Closer School Brad Lee's great, because that's sales processing. It's actually going through a problem. Grant's entertaining, right? I'm entertaining. Grant's, I've watched most of his videos. Sometimes I'll have video for 8 minutes. I'll watch the whole thing, man. It'll be how to handle objection or something, right?
Yeah.
And it's just been great. So there are certain ones with skills. That's probably the one. And then the 100 Mil Academy, that one by Dan Fleischman is one of the best ones. I'll be on that one eventually, Dan. I hope Dan listens to this because he takes credible people who built businesses, puts them on there, and has all tangible stuff.
I wish I had that one before. Dan Fleischman was until I went to that
how was
Blue
that?
Collar Growth Conference.
He spoke at that, right? He's going to speak at my event, too.
Nice. He seems like a real go-getter, huh?
Dude, the guy...
didn't even know him.
Youngest guy to get $1 billion evaluation, sell it with, the Who's Your Daddy brand?
No.
So, well, enough people did because he, I guess, owned that trademark. And I want to misspeak on what I know, but that he basically had $1 billion exit with all that.
Wow.
So, and then now he consults social media. He got on social media. Now he has this whole cards thing.
He builds like those, what are they, like restaurants or something like that?
Yeah, so no, Everbowl, that. Is that
I don't
what
know.
you're talking about?
Like I just see him.
He invests. So he
keeps
invests.
like building
He
these
makes a lot.
places.
Oh yeah, cards and coffee.
Okay.
So he has a card shops because he loves, very similar to Gary Vaynerchuk.
He likes like sports cards. And
Yeah.
shit?
So he just likes. Yeah. So here's the thing. He's a really good giver. He's one of the best humans on the planet. He might win. We're gonna give out a couple awards at our event. He might win an award because he's just been so good to me. I saw him at Brad Lee's event.
Yeah.
And just came over to everything. And then the day he followed me on Clubhouse, man, was like the coolest thing ever, man. By the way, I was blowing up before Clubhouse. People always say, I'm
for
coming out with
sure.
a Clubhouse thing.
Clubhouse is
just
only for iPhones though.
Yeah, no, it's on Androids. It's everywhere now. They
Now?
opened it. Yeah, and there's
Since
another app coming up. Just
Because everyone was like,
2 weeks
get
ago.
on Clubhouse, get on Clubhouse. And I got Android, and I'm like, I can't get on
scan
Clubhouse.
it, dude.
'cause of
Check
that
out
stupid
Breakfast of Champions. Do
thing.
you know who Glenn Lundy is?
No.
So this is the part.
You know all these. You know all
Yeah,
these
but no,
guys.
he's new, man. I found him on thing. He's a great dude. He does the Morning 5.
Okay.
.com. I'm giving so many different stupid things, man. And
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
you're not supposed to. I should just give one. Go to my course. I don't care, man. If you have a hard time waking up in the morning, go to themorning5.com. If you have a hard time hiring your employees, go to thegrowsheet.com. If you have a hard time finding your purpose and making money online, go to changinglightscourse.com. See? So now I have cross sales on marketing for each different part of
Right.
it. I'm not the morning expert. This
Direct
guy's got
people
me
to
up.
where they
Right,
need to be.
you know what I mean? And then, get a little referral base on that, and then I can move to Florida and do my event. Hello, that's how it is.
Monetize it somehow.
Yeah, always, dude. So always think of a way and here's the thing: as long as you don't do drugs and you're growth-minded, then you have the ability. And we're not special needs, right? We have the ability to try and make as much money as we can, because then we can go help as many people,
For sure.
right? And I think it's dude, I've given money when it's gone me negative in my account. Okay. Probably shouldn't do that, okay? I don't adjust anybody. It's not really good. I
great
just
financial
donated
advice.
money. Some guy just passed away. Really sad, too. Really nice guy on Clubhouse just passed away. And I donated to the fund there. And it probably, with the business and everything, was probably not the best time to do it.
Yeah.
I donated. Marcus Black speaks. He's one of the speakers. He had someone. I remember donating the last of my money, because I really go to zero sometimes. Now we started saving a lot more. So we started doing the Grant Cardone rule that I saw. It's
What's
40,
that?
40, 20, live on 20.
Yeah.
Save 40 for taxes and 40 for that. So do you know a hardcore
40
closer?
for taxes,
Yeah.
40 for investments.
Yeah. So I was actually talking to a CFO at the event in New York City, Breakfast of Champions we were
Okay.
at. Great event.
That's that thing.
Yeah, with this right here. Yeah, it's a great morning show. That was actually on the way up here.
Nice.
Stupid traffic. I couldn't listen to my girl Brielle up there, So.
That's cool, man. Yeah, it's definitely very commendable to donate money and give money away, even when especially when it's your last dollar.
Yeah, because Tony Robbins told a story about that. You ever hear that story he told?
Dude, I honestly don't really like Tony Robbins. I've listened to some of his stuff.
Whoa,
Not
Tony.
my favorite.
So he was big for my brother. I'll be honest, because I've copied. My
I know
brother.
he's huge.
I've
Tony's
copied my
huge.
brother on everything. Dude, people compare me to Tony Robbins now.
Really?
Yeah. So does that mean you don't like me? I've had a few people say that now, because Tony Robbins. What happened with Tony Robbins? Very similar to my story, right?
I'm just saying you got to take that with the context. You know what I mean? I only have a certain amount of time that I can devote to listening to things, to doing all these things.
So you're gonna get the
So I
guys.
listen to it, and if I don't really pick up a lot off of it or don't really like it, doesn't really mean I don't like Tony Robbins as a person. Just his content that he's put
It
out, the
doesn't
stuff
speak
that
to
I've
you.
listened to,
Right.
doesn't really speak to me.
Right,
So-
and that's part of the reason why I give Glenn Lundy, because I might not speak. I might be too
Yeah,
fast
yeah.
for some people, right? Some people like my energy.
Everyone's
They'll
got to
be
find
around
their
me.
niche.
Right, and that's one thing I'm going to do. The Changing Lives event, I'm going to bring everybody at different points of different people you can learn from. The 7 steps from mindset to basically follow up and awareness on a brand is what we're going to do. It's
How
gonna
did
be
you
great.
decide to do an event? You're just a guy.
What? Yeah.
How do you decide to go from promoting all this?
Because everybody asked me, Jeff, because really I was at 10X.
That's pretty big.
I was at 10X. Well, here's the thing. I have my little entourage group, and we're going to get together for dinner.
Yeah.
Let's do a big event, man. Go big or go home, right? That was kind of it. I have Rafer, Sandy in this. I have Arturo, Naeem. I have a lot of dudes that we've worked with in the Changing Lives Entourage course, my little mastermind. Whatever. It's not really a mastermind. It's just helping people market.
But these are the guys that you use that you recommend people to coach with?
No, those are my clients or people I work with. Those are the people that are becoming leaders, and they're going to be on clients.
Gotcha.
Ed said this at the event we were at. Don't use your attention to use it as a thing to use your skills to develop leaders around you. right? So like I could then say like, oh, I know all this stuff and hold it like the magic keys and keep people at a certain level, which I don't
want to do that.
Yeah, no. I want to develop leaders. I want to make Sandy Chow, Self-Grow Sandy, and Rafer's business blow up, right?
Right.
I did a few things this weekend that I told Rafer that I know, dude, he's already had wins. Like, this makes me happy, dude. On his business, he does video editing, and it's just awesome, dude. I tried to do video editing back in the day, and I know what I've done wrong. And I told him a few things, cross sales and what to do, and his margins, right? Just different stuff, you know. You should get a 2.5 multiplier minimum. What do you get and how much you have? Did you read the book Profit First? Just basic stuff like that. No, ask for more. Okay, this is how you're going to value offer it, right? Boom, 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 right? So that's where he's at. This was in the 997. So these guys are lower. They have a lower entry, so they need more guidance.
Yeah.
Right now, we're going to move to $3,000 because those people is just quicker results. You know?
Well, dude, with $3,000, people who are going to pay that are going to put some time and energy into it because they're like, wow, like, all right, I'm paying for this course. I have to use the information.
Yeah, and it's live, dude. That's not even a course. That's just, it's like, it's the entourage. So people learn. And actually what I did when I was in there, I met this guy, Zane, Go Giver, Bob Berg's book, The Go Giver. He said, Jeff, just start giving everything away. So open a Facebook group. Anybody, because I get so many questions a day, post a question there. I'll go answer it every day. In the Changing Lives Entourage group, open it to the public right now. Going to have everybody in, give as much help. I'll live stream the coaching calls so you can see what I do with people right in there, and really just kind of give everything that I can just to help people.
Give it back.
Yeah, in a way like that too, which is weird for me because I'm always like, you got to always ask the sale, you got to close it. You know, the transaction means transformation, but now I think transformation will lead to more transactions, and that's something that, and I love with Grant. Grant was always taught that very well. Being around other people like Ed, it's more transformation. It's just different. There's no wrong or right way to do it. Either way, it works.
Everyone has their own way that they go about it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just building my own way, man. And that's the biggest thing is me. Like, this is Jeff the Entrepreneur. I have the Changing Lives marketing course coming out. Just how Grant went around and sparked on Cardone you. I'm going to go around and speak to business about marketing all the time in verticals. I have all the testimonies and case studies from business who've done well. And then I have clients in the consulting that, hey, maybe you want to go to franchise? I have Tony D, who he's franchised, 8 restaurants, right? This guy knows how to do franchising and build a system to do it. Let me connect him. So that's really where it comes down to. So really
to start other marketing companies, you're saying?
No.
Someone in a different part of the country wants to start a marketing company, they'll franchise off of yours?
No, you can't really franchise it. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Well, basically, it's going to be a consulting company. All right.
Gotcha.
So as consulting, what do people need when you consult? They need marketing. So then I look for, if there's any marketing companies, you can hit me out. That's why I hit up them. I then find people, because I get so many leads, right, that want to work with me. And now what I'll do is I'll refer them to, hey, Silver Spoons Marketing. We just did a deal together. Now they have the funnel guys that do this. They can do ad buyers. They have a drone guy. Boom. Where are you located? Boom. I can get you them. Boom, that's it. And I'm not white labeling it as myself because I want to see Caesar, who's a great guy, win. You know what I mean? I want to build up his business, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, say it's all Jeff the Entrepreneur.
Right, dude, it's not all me. It's never all you. You know what I mean? People are like, oh, you can white label everything. They wanted podblade.com. They had it because all my podcasts. I get a referral, like $20 an episode if you want to do it. They're great. But they're great. They wanted me to white label their service and sell it. No. I'm focused on one thing, man. It's consulting and it's speaking and it's helping people, the books, the whole thing. That's it, man. Tony Robbins did the same thing. That's why people compare me to it. He learned NLP and then they said, well, you got to wait for your certification before you go help somebody.
What's NLP?
Neuristic linguistic programming. So I said it wrong, but basically it's instead of saying you're changing your words, your word traction, teaching people how to do it, very powerful. So instead of saying like I'm nervous, say I'm energized, right? So you use different word traction and it teaches you how to do it. It's very powerful. So
to change your subconscious thought.
Correct. It all comes down like the power of the subconscious mind. All that stuff in mindset, it's in that book, and then you can go really deep in mind. I go pretty deep, and there's always more stuff I'm always learning, study. I read 3 books, one on mindset, one on money, and one on health. And I rotate, and I don't read, I listen to them, right? That's always what I kind of do. I was picking a different one in there. And health can be sometimes like I'm reading Speak to Win by Brian Tracy, which is more on how to speak, right? Money's Blueprint to Business by Mike Alden right now, and Mindset. What is the book? I'm reading again, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Right. So these are 3 books that I'm reading right now, and I listen to all the time. And dude, there's so many books to read. So because you get tired of like reading one book, but then you finish them all and you kind of do certain. And I was doing 75 hard. I got to bring that back. Reading 10 pages a day was actually really cool. It got me to slow down. I could listen to Clubhouse in the background and read at the same time. So,
dude, 75 hard takes a lot.
Dude, you know what? Especially in your life, it makes you manage your time extremely. I only got today, I think it was 7, and I was doing a run, and then, and dude, this is, I had an ego. No, I was doing a lift right after it, and you can't do it that way. I didn't know that, and then I found out from Brian Benstock, who's
2 separate ones.
Yeah, 2 separate ones. And I'm like, darn it, man, I haven't been doing it right. So then that's what kind of made me give up the next day, because I was like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it the right way, you know. So we'll hit it back again too, you know. But
there's always different phases in life, you know.
Like, dude, this is a great interview, by the way, man. It's very fun. It's all like talking. You're a good
back and forth.
Yeah, it's it's good because it's not boring, you know. Right. What's one thing though that what's one reason why you wouldn't be able to come to the event in March when we do the event?
Why I wouldn't be able to?
Would I got to get babysitter or anything like that? Right now, I'm trying to figure out what it is. Do I have to do it at a water park?
If you set up a babysitting company, then I don't know. No, I could probably make it happen.
Yeah, all right. No, just because you know what it is, dude. I want people. You won't even have to pay for a ticket. You'll get front row. All right.
Sweet.
All right, we'll do it that way. As long as we're profitable, we'll figure it out. I can't keep doing that, man. That's the stuff I do.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah, exactly. But you go back from everything too, and we got to figure out how the venue and how much to charge, all that. I'm interviewing.
How many people are you trying to have?
I guess I'm always I don't even want to say it because if you don't hit it, then people are like, "What?"
Well, you got to put it out there.
One of the guys, 2,500. All right, which I know it's even 2,000. I wrote down 2,767. Right?
Yeah.
Because my whole thing is, dude, if I'm really a marketing guy, it's really hard to get people there. That's why I'm really trying hard. I'm going to try very hard to get everybody there. It's going to be a life-changing event. They're going to make it 3 days so people can just come one day if they want. That's why we're looking at Vegas, so it's easier to do. But yeah, dude, I decided to do an event because not only my entourage group, but I was at 10X, and people are like, Jeff, when are you throwing your event? I'm at 10X, and people are like, are you speaking on stage? Like, these are people who've been following me. I'm like, no. I'm like, well, when's your event? We'll come to your event. Like, so I've been getting. So the reason why I'm doing it is because I've been getting a lot of questions.
Dude, if you were on stage at 10X, that'd be a big thing.
Well, I know a lot.
All those people on there are all big names.
Yeah, dude. So Matt Buchanan, do you know who that is?
No. I've heard it.
Mike C-Rock?
Yeah.
Okay. So C-Rock was on stage, I think, last year.
Okay.
All right. And a lot of those guys, and this is kind of, I'm a mimic model master. Brandon Dawson taught me this.
Right.
Of it, a lot of the people in my entourage group, everybody wants to be on the stage, right? I want to speak for free. We're going to follow exactly what Grant does. You go through the Entourage Marketing Masterclass, you know, a lot of people came up there with successes of Grant Cardone. Like, if I go up there and speak right now, it would be because of a Grant Cardone 10X success, you know, because he's led me on that. That's kind of how they do it, right? Which is fine.
So how did you get your start into this whole space? Was it Grant Cardone the one?
My brother passed away.
Well, I know that I know the story about Jay and all that, but I'm saying, like, in terms of where was your first?
Yeah, well, so this is it. I watched the video. You guys, anybody depressed, go. Do you ever see the video Grant Cardone Depression?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that video and I thought, I want to be in the position where that guy is, making a video about depression that makes someone want to live again. Because I did not want to live, Zach, at all. I remember watching that video and being inspired and hope. And I remember thinking, that guy's talking fast. It's funny. It's crazy. I think he owns a plane because there's a little plane on his thing. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I think this guy knows what he's doing. And my dad showed me the video, and I got out of bed, and that's when I wrote down, I will build the biggest coffee shop music studio ever called Kokomo J's, you don't give up in America. And I knew even when I wrote down the journey of doing it, actually for 6 months, I actually looked at what it was to open a place and lease.
Yeah.
So I've done, dude, a ton of market research on what the cost was, how much we're going to have to sell coffee for, if we should, the on-hand foods, why we're not hiring employees. Like, I looked at all that, and I could go take a business loan and do everything. I was like, I'd fail this. I know nothing about business, you know?
Yeah.
So as I was studying.
That's kind of what
so then I was
you?
studied, and I was in one of, I think it was Grant's things or one of them, and they said, basically take something you really know well and go make money at it, right? And do whatever it takes to make money. So I was driving home from a girl who just bit me at the behavioral school I used to teach at, Ray, And she's like, Mister, can we pray? You're driving kind of crazy, you know? And I was like, yeah, let's pray. And she's like, what do you want me to pray for? I said, pray that there's an opportunity I can make some more money than just the school. Because you get paid nothing as a teacher. It's horrible. And all of a sudden I see a SunPower car get wrapped up there.
Okay.
We remembered the number on it when it came over, and I said, you know what, I'll wrap my car. I don't care about my car. I have a Mazda 3 with no AC. I'll go wrap it if it makes me money. Let me call that number, see if I can wrap it. And because we prayed, I called the guy Miguel. That was the guy when Grant said, do whatever it takes. I read that most multimillionaires went door to door. So I decided, hey, I want to go door to door. If I can go door to door. So we made up a referral. Dude, in solar, there's a lot of money. I made the least amount of money in solar. I went down all these driveways. I got paid. And I knew it, but it was more for the experience. Like, I was never money driven. Like, really. Now because of my family and everything I am, like 100%, people feel that and they get kind of mad. So now
you have to have a healthy, like, respect for it, and you need it, you know?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you need it to run business. It's like air. So, but I got paid $500 every referral, and then $100 if I got a lead and a lead close. So $700 he gave me, kind of, right?
Yeah.
And then he got paid whatever it was to put the solar on people's roof. And his name was Miguel. Awesome dude. Worked with him for a little bit. Actually claimed it on my taxes because I knew I would talk about it and you didn't have to. But I was like, no, I'm going to run for president 2032. Lord, if we're not in the end times, I'm running, man. Like, it's why not, dude? And if I don't win, dude, it'll just be great for my brand. But
at the rate you're going up in terms of people knowing you, like, that's the biggest thing. Is like you have to have that, like,
I'm gonna build out this consulting business. I'll build out this consulting business with a good bit. We're really gonna help people. I have the best people on. People lives are gonna be changed every single time, not just because of me, okay? Because the people I'm smart enough to realize I'm not the smartest, so I surround myself with people who are really good, right? So if there's someone now I know you. Hey, you know how to do leads online? Do you know how valuable it is? Boom, let me connect you with Zach, right? Like, I mean, obviously we gotta get time away from your kids. I mean, your time's valuable. Okay, Zach, this, you know.
I'd definitely be into doing that.
Right, but see how I build this? This is exactly how it's built. It's by relationships, by network, showing up stuff, right? Because that's a huge thing. And even if I'm in Florida, there's people I can see in Florida. I'll be out at a restaurant. I'll meet a guy. He's like, oh, man, my guys are taking forever going. So, hey, I got this guy, Zach, you know, who's really good. He's the best at it. He built his business. He went from here to here, you know? Edify and deliver. And then that's a connection, you know? Referral. That's how I've done what I've done, though, a lot of times, by helping people find people. You know, I had my funnel guy as Waldo. He's busy now, and I don't know what's going on with him, so I add on more people, you know. Great guy, though. I always surround myself with great people. Like, and if they're not great people, I've surrounded myself with some not so great people, you know. I pray for them, and then you got to kind of move on. You know, you got to write down
cut it and go.
What your goal is. But we're gonna build my consulting business back to like $74K a month. That's the target. You don't lower the target, right? In revenue, make sure everybody gets paid, and then we're gonna build a book of business where then we're gonna be able to sell it. That's why it's Senior Life Consulting. Not that I want anybody should have a business where they can sell it.
What's your plan for scaling it, though? Because if you're doing a consulting business and people want you to consult, you only have so much time.
Yeah, no. So I don't do one-on-one, right? If we do, it's priced up really high.
Gotcha.
So I don't. It's all group. All right, and then we have a course.
So you could have like 50 people on the group.
Right, exactly. Very similar to the Grant Cardone's thing with the mentorship, dude. It's exactly like, how does Grant do it, right? He jumps on. So what I'm doing is I'm training the people in it that are going through the program now. Rafer's one of them, who I have a big thing. He'll get a certification. Boom, he's on. Other people who I've reached out to.
So he can run that group.
Exactly, 100%. Gotcha. He knows exactly what it is. The blueprint and templates are all there, so he knows exactly what to show up and do, right? So this is the stuff that's been built out over time. People are like, man, Jeff, we don't see you doing this, because you got to build out the systems a little bit. It sucks. You're in the mud, right?
Yeah, so you've written down like how you want everything to go?
Yeah, we have it. We do. We have. So we built the systems in Trello. Do you know what Trello is?
No.
So Trello.
I know what systems are.
Trello.com. Yeah, we have all from everything in there. We have all the ongoing tasks and everything. And then what we're doing, we're working with our graphics girl right now to then make everything with the Changing Lives community logo on it. So that way, just John C. Maxwell, I got the idea from. I went to apply to be a coach with him and get my certification. And so I said to the girl, and this is the same thing Tony Robbins, I go, can I go and do this? Like, because I started talking, she's like, yeah, no, you sound a lot more qualified, right? And I go, yeah. And she goes, I said, how much is this? She's like, $12,000. And I was like, all all right. And I was like, and he built this. I just get a piece of paper. I said, can I build a piece of paper like this? And she said, yeah. So that's what I did. And we're gonna get like it's an ICI
That's
coach
awesome.
certification as well.
Yeah.
So just because some people want to see the piece of paper, dude, literally all life is people with a lot of energy convincing people of stuff and making up a rule with a piece of paper.
Right.
Laws, guidelines, all what it is. So that's what I'm doing. So if I have to think about it, right?
Dude, if I had a bomb, that'd be a bomb.
Yeah, right, dude. But that's what it is. So you just gotta do it. Like Martin Luther King made a whole difference. I always joke around.
Say that again.
What?
All life is
All life
people
is,
with a lot of energy.
lot of energy, getting enough people to agree on something to then write a piece of paper, then certify it, whether it's a law, a certification, a college degree, right? And then agree on it. So you can do that with everything as well, you know?
Right.
So, and that's what I teach people to do, by the way. Okay, so I've done it.
Right.
I've done it well. People are now paying to be a certified consultant with the Changing Lives community. They love my energy, love what I'm doing. I don't know. We're paying into it, Jeff. We don't even know where you're going. I said, I know where I'm going. Just follow me, right? And because I do know, dude, I'm very confident. I know exactly what we're going to. So that way, get everybody in here, and then, you know, when I come on, it'll be more beneficial. You know, like
Right.
I charge people to go on and speak on their Zooms. You know.
That's good, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're dropping a lot of knowledge,
my time is valuable. That's
Exactly.
the thing. Everybody's is, though. Everybody's is. I don't want to say that because it's like ego. Everybody's time is valuable. And
It
I like
is.
people realize how valuable their time is, where they can go, and how you can really. Here's the thing: if you can help solve a problem and really just
Super
do a
valuable.
brianship, that's what people pay for all the time.
that's what I try to teach my guys, dude. It's like we have a ever-changing, like,
You should say that's
Team
what I
and that
am
kind of
teaching
thing.
those guys. I am teaching my guys because
well,
you are.
it takes a lot of time and
but you're in the
repetition to do
process.
that.
But that's you doing it. You know.
But all of them will come up with problems.
Yeah.
And like half the time I'm like, dude, what's your solution to that problem?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, don't just bring me a problem.
Yeah.
Figure out a solution for it. Don't be complaining about it all the time. You know what I mean? Because if only one person's trying to solve all the problems, it's going to take forever, and none of them are going to be solved.
Do you get them to read any books that you read, like 10X
hard,
Rule?
dude.
It is
Super
hard.
hard.
Yeah, they're carpenter guys. It's
Yeah.
a different breed, man.
Super hard.
That's
Couple
crazy,
of them,
dude.
A couple of them, yes. Like I said, we have an excellent team. Like because we're like picky with who we bring on, but at the same time, like they can be excellent carpenters, have excellent drive, excellent attitude and stuff. Doesn't mean that they have that drive and vision to continue to grow, like personally too.
Right.
So I try to like push that into the lives of everyone on this team. But like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like, my hope and prayer and goal is that over time, like people will grab hold of more of the personal type, life-changing stuff that can be had here.
Yeah, so I think the best way to do it, and this is one thing I do with all my employees, and whatever or not this helps, and carpenters are different. I know because I work.
Yeah,
with a
you
bunch
have
of
some.
guys, right? Yeah, 100%. But the thing is, and it's Joe's company, so you know I let Joe run what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
I focus on the one thing that I do that makes the money, right?
What I mean by that is like you're around it. Like you're around something.
Exactly. So I get. So here's the
You
thing.
get the vibe.
Everybody having emotional intelligence is huge. Reading people on where they come from, but really knowing where they want in life, what they want, is huge. Grant does it with people writing down their goals. I do it with people making a reality board. Anybody who works on the consulting or pays for consulting, it's optional if they pay for consulting because they're paying. They can do what they want. But if they're going to work on our team, they have to make a reality board of 2 things they overcame in life that they're proud of, whether it's a drug addiction or it was, I'm just sticking to trades, because there's that. And I want you to be as transparent. Me playing quarterback, right?
Yeah.
And me speaking on Amazon Prime stage, right? Because people just took, Jeff talks a lot, right? That's the thing. I get paid to talk now, man. You know, hey, what's up, right? There's a little bit of that there.
Right.
So those are those 2 things. And then, what's the other thing? 2 things you want this year, right? What do you want this year, these last 6 months or whatever? What do you want? There are 3, right? Tangible things. Then 5 years and 10 years. What does your life look like, right? And then reverse engineer. So I know that's what I was telling you about
If
ICE.
these are your goals for 5 years,
Right.
okay, if it's in 5 years and you have 5 years until that point, how do we reverse engineer that to get you to that goal?
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
but then I have on my wall at my little thing, I have those Waldo guys, I have ICE hers printed out. So I have all my clients, I know what they want, right? So now I know to work them towards it. And a lot of times too, a lot of them have pain and they have a belief, this is where personal growth comes in, that they can't do it, right? And everybody's belief, this is what I asked you before. And a lot of the people you notice we employ, I ask them, hey, do you believe people care or people don't care, right? Because that belief is huge, because then it changes your outlook on life, right?
Yeah.
So then it'll change their outlook on life. A lot of them, you'll notice, the people are negative in that, and they believe people don't care, so they're not going to ask for help. They're going to be a little bit more timid and scared. As soon as they change that, I did it with a bartender girl. Sit now, like, dude, when I say changing lives, I literally, like, I leave here, I go to the gas station, I'm changing the life there, man. You know what I mean? This is my purpose, dude. I don't know if I'm going to see that guy at the gas station again, you know? So I really, like, I got to get more business cards. I would pass out business cards wherever I go. I was at California Pizza Kitchen the other day, Grant, Texas, doing market in the marketplace. I was talking about in Clubhouse, and they shoved me down the other day because I was because people hate when I give Grant credit. I don't know why, man. Like, dude, he's
Why?
Dude, because people are like, Jeff, you should do your own thing. Like, and I'm building my own thing, right? Grant sales, right? I'm marketing, man, right? And there's Frank Kern. There's a lot of great marketers. I'm probably not the best, but I'm gonna be the best, okay?
Right.
And I'm the best intention marketer, okay? Like, I really want to help people with the best intention, and I'm gonna find the people and cross sale people there. I'm studying a guy named Alex Hormozy, who spoke at. He's a genius in marketing. I've watched this thing a million times. He did the whole marketing breakdown, and he helps people build out their marketing businesses so they can scale and exit them. So what do you think I'm doing? I'm going to build my consulting business where it's positioned where I can then exit it, right? So then I can sell it, and then I can, guess what? I can go build Kokomo J's, and we'll have a virtual studio. I already see it in there. We'll have a virtual studio where we can do live events. We'll have a little music studio where we can just chill out and relax, and we'll have Bruno Mars and everybody come in there, and then we'll have the coffee with the drive-thru that's just making change, and we're marking up our coffee because the Kokomo J's coffee with the inspirational quote on it, and you got to pay $5.75 because that coffee is going to change your life, and Starbucks is just going to, just take money, and I don't know what they're.
Dude, I love that. Yeah, that's great.
Dude, that's the dream. That's going to happen. Like, that's why I'm working. Like, every day I have it in it says my dreams keep me awake. Like, that's literally it, dude. Like, I write it down, dude. Like, all that stuff, man. That's the biggest thing. I don't write it down all the time, too. Glenn Lundy's planner makes me write down stuff more. It's awesome. So
why do people get mad about you giving Grant Cardone credit?
You know what it is, and I think to Grant, my whole thing is he's changed my life. Like, that's one of the guys. Bradley's been great too, man. All these guys. Ed was great last night on the call, dude. He's phenomenal, man. These guys are like, they say life-changing stuff that I need to hear right at that time. It's like the Lord puts them in my life for a time. I know what it is, and I gave this other guy who really gave me a hard time, I gave him credit. I stood up for him because I know his belief is people don't care. And he tears people down, and I feel really bad for him because he's taught me a lot too, man. I want to give him credit. So people were kind of on. I said, no, he stood up for someone, and someone called me. This girl called me. She's like, you should not stand up for him. You should not. It makes you look bad, Jeff. Blah blah.
He's a jerk.
Yeah, and listen, we can all be jerks, man. At sometimes, right? And look, some people are more, and I can't align with them, and I get that, and I try because my personal belief, and it doesn't matter what anyone believes, I believe anybody around me, I will help impact their life to be better, 100%. Like, whether it's a homeless guy or anything, and that might get me a little bit tired of certain entry. I work with Dan Fleischman. He has a program called Rescuing Heroes or Homeless Heroes or something, where it's backpack. When we're with Ed Milet's Changing Lives Financial, the Miliari group that we're with, when we go out there, we're going to go out to California again. We've given out backpacks to homeless people. It's actually done the right way. And I'm like, so everything with the financial business with my brother and life insurance and everything, that's given me now. Okay, now I'm working with Dan, who really helped out homeless, than me just going me and the homeless guy down this corner here and not knowing where to bring him.
Well, dude, it's like that analogy. Like you're on the beach and you got all these starfish that are on the beach.
Brielle told this story today on Breakfast. You got to get in Clubhouse, brother.
And they're like, "Why are you doing that? Like, you're not making a difference. Look at all these starfish that are dying." And she's like, or whoever it is like, well, I made a difference for that one. You know what I mean?
Dude, I love that. Brielle told the story. So Brielle, you'll hear about her. She's going to be on, we're going to do some stuff. She's going to be at the event. You're going to have to meet. She's a rock star. She owns a green Lambo. All right, and we're gonna take a picture in it. So I mean, like, come on, that's it.
Sounds good. I know another dude who owns a green Lambo.
Yeah. So
but
she's a chick, and dude, she's like, I want to empower women too. A lot of times too, like, because there's so many chauvinistic men, I'm looking for women who are really like bosses and leaders. Because
dude, I'm so excited. We're just hiring our first female to join our team.
Yeah, it's hard to do it in the carpenter stuff. Is she quoting out stuff?
Hard. No, she's gonna work with our painter. like on our painting team.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
See, but you get where I'm coming from with all that, right?
100%.
So that's kind of that's why. But that's not just the only reason why. Braille's an awesome, smart.
Right.
She just did a whole thing on money, but she
You
did
got to
a
be
thing.
qualified.
She did a thing, and I couldn't comment on it about how people used to make fun of her because when she was speaking at school, so she watched people speak. And she became a better speaker, and that was the same thing with me. You know, I talk fast, right?
Yeah.
Talk a lot clearer now, and I can be clearer, and I understand sometimes. But when I'm, going out to stages and speaking, I'm more concerned about the audience and what I have to offer than myself and how I sound. So by doing that, that's what made me slow down and now start reading Speak to Win. Before I was like, I had this ego thing, and this is why it's always self-aware. Check of, oh no, if people can't keep up with me, too bad, I'm going. And I was like, no, because people really need help, and maybe they're not moving as fast. So how can I slow down to help them? And sometimes you have to give something up to get something, right? You've heard that. Brielle told the same story, but she switched it with a kid holding seashells, and then he wanted starfish, and he had to give up one of them. She tells it better than me. You should have her on this podcast.
Well, that's just a little analogy, but it's all about, like, you were saying, like, where that came from was Dan, how do you say his last name?
Fleischman, yeah.
He's like doing all this stuff with the homeless, and you're like, well, I'm helping out like 1 or 2 homeless people.
Right.
Dude, like that's still making a difference.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
I love hearing this stuff.
Yeah.
I just had this other dude on the podcast last week who told me a similar thing, like doing those small things to help out individuals, which is something that I've kind of like, dude, gotten away from a a not on purpose.
You can
but
help
just
me
like,
out, man.
Just like you get, dude, I'd love to.
Yeah,
you're helping me.
We'll put your name on my event or something. We'll figure out some little side business we can get for you.
All right,
and then we'll have you be like one of the little sponsors. Get
definitely into
it.
You
know, like here's
hold on. I want to hit this point.
Go ahead.
The where I was going with that is, my mission in life is to positively impact the lives of everyone that I come in contact with. And it's similar for this construction business, like change the contracting industry for the better and positively impact the lives of everyone that we come in contact with. Our team, our clients, all of it. But that's like a great mission statement. But if you're not like living that, what is it? It's worthless, right?
Yeah.
So like we are living that in the business space. We deliver an excellent experience to every client we work with. Like we build an excellent work environment for our team. We build up the lives of everyone on our team. I want all the guys on our team to be successful, not just financially, but physically, emotionally, mentally, with their family, spiritually, like all aspects of their life. But it's something that I've kind of lost track of, is like those small little things, like reaching out to the person at the gas station and like talking to them. You're saying like, I know wherever I go, I'm going to change somebody's life, whether you're at the gas station, whether you're at one of these big events, whether you're talking to a big name, you know what I mean? And that's huge. Like that's
that's a lot of things. That's what the Entourage. Join the Entourage Facebook group. If you join any group, join that one. You are? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start posting little things on how to really just in a 3-second way, and how to meet someone, read their emotional intelligence. I've studied all this stuff, totally body language, all this stuff too. And some people get it, but some people don't know. There's like something with the eyebrows, like how your eyebrows are flat makes sense you're an entrepreneur because you're serious. You want to get to the point and do that and get it done. People have them open, they're more round, and I got this from Brian Settle Schools, but they're more round, they care about other people more. And those are their in. If you ever go to a sale and someone's looking at the numbers, they're more analytical because they've been doing that. So certain things so that's just one thing, and there's a lot of things you can learn about people to read. Okay, how can I address and talk to this person? Really talk to really what's in it for them, and really then say in 3 seconds, share something vulnerable with them. Okay, you read where they're at. This is what I do. This is how I make connections. You read where they're at. You share something vulnerable that will be meaningful to them. Okay, and it might be something about yourself that you can then relay. Right. And that with then a call to action where literally they'll ask, hey, do you have a card? Like that's literally what and that's how I can do that anywhere. Yesterday I was at California Pizza Kitchen. You got to follow up. One girl wants coaching. She was the pizza girl in there. She knew everything. And then the other girl, it's probably still on my story. She was a fan. I just gave her a shout out and everything. She's like, oh yeah. I was like, because like, and people get mad, dude, that I say I have fans. I have fans, man. People buy these hoodies. Okay, like I've seen
the like the lives and stuff you post.
Yeah.
Like where kids and whatnot are like stoked that they're talking to you.
Yeah, dude. My whole point is everybody has fans. I'm fans of people.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm a fan of you, man. I'm a fan of everything you did, right? My whole point is you got to announce. You got to be at a point where you promote of what your brand is. Like, I don't have 1,000 million fans right now, but I have a few, man, who really believe in the mission. So I'm going to tell people I have them. Because guess what? And you should be proud to be a fan of someone who's doing something great. You know what I mean? Like, I'm proud of everything that you're doing great. You know what I mean? And you got to align with people, stuff like that.
Right back at you, dude. That's why I wanted you to be on here.
I got to learn at not being so much of a fanboy of like, and this is the biggest thing, that I am arrived, right? This is me, okay? The not being a fanboy of, a Bradley or a Grant Cardone. Like, in that thought space, like, I've kind of etched my space into it. You know what I mean? I'm building something in there. So now my whole thing is, okay, how can I help more people do that so we can have little life changers around? Everybody can be stopped in the gas station.
You mean like doing what you're doing rather than just like promoting what these other people are doing? Like fanboying.
Yeah, so that's kind of what people, when I went back to people saying and being mad, is because of that. And
because you always tell everyone like Grant Cardone's the man. Like, Grant Cardone, blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's a qualifying question because the guy is 10x. He goes fast. He does, and I know. Hey, if you know him and like him, you know, hey, I'm gonna be going at similar speed, right?
For sure.
So I just want to know that, hey, you can handle it. And listen, I understand a lot of guys don't like him. He says stuff and he's himself. So maybe that does alienate stuff. But Lewis Howes, do you know who Lewis Howes is?
No.
Oh, see, man, he's got to market better. But, like, he's more of a...
Well, dude, that's the thing is, like I said, like, I have these little, like, niches that I'm in, like the Dropping Bombs podcast, or, like, I follow Grant on Instagram or whatever. With those big... Andy Frischella, awesome dude, too.
He's going to be... Dude, you got to come to the Driven event, man, if you can make it out.
Albert Preciado, like, all these dudes, like, feed information, but, like, all these other smaller guys, like... Yeah, I would love to know all of them and stuff, but dude, I don't know. Like I say, I don't have time. Like I could make time, I guess.
So
but
here's
it's just
the thing. But this is the reinverse engine of branding, right? What made Albert break through the noise? Where's thing? What made Andy? What made the certain people, Bradley, right? It's value. At the end of the day, it comes down to value and what value they're giving you from it.
Exactly.
So what you need to do for me to break through the noise, and right now you need to, or for anybody, you need to go out there and be in front of as many people as you can and break through enough for people to say, hey, I found value from Jeff the Entrepreneur, right? I'm going to follow this. Okay, yeah, no, I'm going to join the Facebook group because maybe it'll be here. Oh, I follow.
I guess these other dudes just didn't, I didn't get the value out of it.
And that's it. So a lot of people do this, and you'll see it, dude. This is what you'll see, and this is what they're all doing wrong, man. And they're gonna make their own little Instagram thing with their cool quote and everything like that, dude. It's all them trying to be better than what they really are.
Right.
Okay. I'm showing exactly where I am. Okay.
Dude, I'm 100% with that. Like it's not about faking it. Like be who you are. Be who you're. Be about it. Don't say you're about it.
Yeah. So you got to faith it till you make it. Like I'm talking to the event, but you don't need to fake it till you make it, right? So faith it. Say, hey, in faith, I'm gonna have the event.
Dude, you can fake it. Like for you, for instance, like you can fake it to get that next step a little bit, but there's got to be backing behind that, and there is. Like you're providing all this value on here about like what you've learned, where you're going, marketing, like this and that.
Yeah, this is it. Getting out there and doing all this. Drive out, go get what's uncomfortable, right? Yeah. I was like, should I dress up in a suit here? I was like, nah, I know a hoodie will work. I love the hoodie brand too, but yeah, and that's it, man. Like I think people don't know until they sit down and they realize. Okay, what's really about this, right? Yeah. What does this person really know? And Zach, I've taken the 4 years, and even the stuff that Steve Jobs talks about this. You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking back. The software, dude, that I invested $1,000 in and learning how to do TikTok, all this stuff, and even me playing football and learning how coaches speak to you and being able to start and learning systems and all that, and just like everything at a vertical has taught me for where I'm at right now. And I've talked to a few of my consultants that are on my team now. Mike Wheeler, great guy, has business going through stuff. Great guy, though. And I talked to him, hey, should I just absorb him? I like marketing. Should I just work with this marketing company, right? Because that's a comfort thing. This guy's built $1 million in business. They all want to recruit me, right? Yeah. And he said, no, Jeff, you're good enough, man. You are. You could just do it. You just got to know your numbers, right? You got to save up a little thing, and you got to jump. And he said, that's it, And me, I'm always investing into so many different things, dude, buying Bitcoin, giving people money all the time. That one thing I'll admit that I didn't do was save the 20% or live on the 20%. I was more like if you had a T-shirt and you wanted me to support it, I'd buy it right then. And I did more. Yeah. I'm gonna give back a lot, which is what. That's a big part of it, but there's a lot of part of really, and that's what Ed Milet's business with the financial independence number. You've had that done, right? FIN number.
No.
So,
haven't done
dude,
it.
that's what changed my life. Ed Milet's business with Josh, Change Lives Financial and everything. Doing your financial independence number, knowing if I don't hit any of my goals.
You're saying like, what is the number where you'd be financially independent, where you don't have to really work anymore?
Exactly. Mine's 35 million. By 65, if I follow this plan, I'll hit 35 million. If I follow this script, right?
Yeah.
So I want to make 77 and build a coffee shop, right? But if I don't and I do this, now I know that gives me such peace and clarity. Okay, just follow this exact plan blueprint. These are my expenses. This is the money coming in. This is where I'm at. This is what I can cut, right? I was spending so many things I wasn't using, right?
Dude, I want to do a whole podcast just on personal finance here because I feel
Josh do it. Josh is the one who did it with me.
I feel
Josh on this.
I will. That's great. I mean, I'll say this in the humblest way possible. Like, I feel like I'm pretty smart with personal finance as well.
Yeah.
But
dude, I think
you try to push that out and tell people, like you're saying, like your number is 35 million. I feel like if people aren't learning how to be more financially independent themselves, whether you work for someone or not, like guys, I hope all my guys listening to this podcast, like, if you work for this company, there's tons of opportunity. You're going to get very high, well paid here. Like we have a great like bonus initiative. Like our pay is high. Like all this stuff.
I want to work for this company right now.
No, but what I'm saying is like you don't have to be an entrepreneur or like start a business to be successful.
No.
But you do need to learn financial, like you need to be financially literate and learn personal finance to be able to make your money work for you. Because
dude, you got to join Changing Lives Financial, man. You got to join our team, man.
I will.
Yeah,
I'll come on. We'll talk more about it. Whatever.
Josh will do the interview.
Perfect.
Always recruiting.
Dude, like you need to. If you're not going to do that, you're going to get left behind because you see what they're doing with it, with all the money that they're printing now. Like our money is getting devalued by the day, and no one sees it. Like the Fed says, "Oh, inflation's down" or whatever. You can't print $6 trillion and add, it's like 40% of our total money, like US dollar money supply, and think that that's not going to make all the rest of the dollars worth less because now we have so much more of it, you know? Like that's why going into Bitcoin or one of these cryptocurrencies is a smart investment, at least a little bit, to get into something that is not tied to this dollar that our politicians can have full control over.
Dude.
So if you're not taking like that little bit that you take home, like 20%, 40%, 40%, whatever, have some kind of budget like that and use that money and put it into something else that's going to make more money, whether that's flipping cars, whether that's flipping stuff you find at a tag sale,
real estate,
whether it's investments, whether it's fourplex or a 36 unit or whatever, like something that's on the side where your regular income is still coming in, paying all your bills, but you got this other thing over here. A lot of these people are going to find in a couple of years they're left in the dust, dude. Yeah. And it's going to suck.
So money working for you, that's what you want, right? You want to find out how to get your money working for you. There's different ways to do it. That's the when full circle, Robert Kia. So we teach, so one thing people, and dude, I'll admit, working the financial business with my brother not only has helped me get clarity, but then we teach a lot of these principles. That's why I'll show you. I think you might have even seen my brother do one, and it's gotten more, because Ed's behind it, it's gotten so precise.
Yeah.
But it's most, like I jump on a Zoom call, people are like, no, I didn't know that. And it's literally just, I feel like we're making an impact on the world financially, just waking people up to finances, right? Then it all comes to following up. Can we get them into a product? Some people are set, dude. And then I'm like, damn, he's more set than me, especially in my network right now. I have a lot of people who are really set, right? But then the finance business is the best business to get into, because if you don't know it, it's going to teach you. Like, this is the same thing when I was a teacher, and if you went to college. Once you learn something, once you start teaching it, you start practicing it and owning it, right? So that's why I even tell people, like, to like a lot of my clients, hey, just start consulting people on this part right then, because once you start teaching people how to do this, then you'll learn and you'll start acting into it more, right?
You can learn something, you can master something, but then when you teach it is when you really learn the most about it.
Yeah, you get involved in it more. So there's that thing is, tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn, right? So you being a part of involved of actually me doing the presentation. Now all of a sudden, man, what am I thinking of? Inflation, right? Oh, when I buy something in here, like what's one of the things that I always think of? Oh, what's my return on investment? So 10%, there's tax advantage. I always think of, okay, where's this money going to go where I can not pay the most tax on it later on, right? So we teach the principle of what the 1% know in like a one PDF sheet.
Huge, dude.
Do it to everybody. And it's sad because a lot of people are skeptical. Why? Because of the knowledge they don't have, but at least wakes them up where they know, and it's done in a very great life-giving way. I'm very proud to be a part of it. We actually, so I don't know if I sent you the BPM, the business presentation meeting that me and my brother did.
Link.
Yeah.
But it wasn't you guys talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because so we created one. Ours is great, dude. We have people. Josh ends it saying, hey, if this doesn't hurt as much as like a toothache, don't even give us a call. We do interviews on that, right? You got to take it away, right? That's right from Ed Milet himself. And, dude, people do that. I have people DMing me, hey, I watched the presentation last night. Can we have an interview? And I'm in here doing this, man. I'm focused on my brand, you know? But we'll do it. We'll interview. But we're very selective on who we bring on. Like, I recruit. This is me recruiting. Josh does the interview, or Charles. Right. So it's all a system, right? So they know exactly what it is.
You guys are speaking to your strong suits.
Exactly. Know? Josh has interviewed people at Chili's many years with GM. So, dude, I watch what do I do? Anytime he's interviewing, he's like, no, Jeff, I want you to listen. So now I'm listening so I can become a better interviewer. That's not my strong suit. I know that, dude, you know? So, but what I'm going to get better. I'm going to listen to when we do an interview for you or anybody who listens who wants, thing. You got to pass a background check, though, and you got to get licensed. Those are the two things that need to be done.
This is the licensing for life insurance you were talking about? Gotcha.
But it's more. That's exactly the main product we do. But it's financial education, and it's working with Ed Milet, Edwin Ariaro. Like, dude, it's
big names.
Yeah. Here's the thing: you can go any other place, and this is true, and work at any life insurance company and get paid a ton more money. Okay, you can right away a policy. That's the thing. What you don't get, though, is the reason why life insurance or any business is good for residuals, because you get paid on it after. Like, you sell one job here, estimate, you get paid once, right? Then you got to go and sell another job, right? You build up your name, Brandon Winnis, Joe's been doing it for a while. Good thing about life, like car insurance, when it renews,
once you set up
paid again.
I know what you're saying. Once you set up a policy with somebody, you're getting paid every single year off of that policy.
And the good thing about, because we're a broker, right? And now I go into this, but and I'm not even like I get paid to promote, right? So everything. So even me promoting this is great. But we're a broker for, and what I mean by that is, like, I get paid by people then who listen to this, who come in. This is me telling people, tell everyone. This is one of the things I teach. Brand awareness. Tell people everything what you do, right? Yeah. And this I'm very I'm going to do this for life. This will always be a part of me. My mom died without life insurance and everything like that. What we'll do is, you won't make the most money with us, but you'll work with me. You don't have to pay the $5,000 or anything like that. This is how I recruit people. I'll give you more care on everything. My brother, we have a really solid team. And you get access to Nationwide. You've heard of them, Pacific Life, all the 300 brokers. So you're a broker. So then you can put the best money in the client's pocket. We get paid out of their marketing budget is how it works, okay? Yeah. So, but you can keep more in the client budget. What happens with some of the, and not to say anything's bad because people still get insured, but they'll pad it up for people. This is the thing. You'll get paid more, and then you'll actually take money out of it. This is kind of how they do it. So you get paid a bigger policy. You get 140% commission off a policy. That's great. Who wouldn't want that, right? Sometimes you don't get paid on the residual on the back end. Everybody structures it. There's money in it,
and they structure it once. You can get
once
paid.
And everything like that. So you got to be very careful. The way you look at Ed Milet and where he's at, dude, I was showing my dad messages. Here I go. This is me name dropping. Okay, shouldn't even say this. I'll show you this in an offer. Okay,
we're getting on another tangent. Yeah, not really related.
Yes, this is totally like Jeff the Entrepreneur unfiltered right now.
Well, that's good, dude. Take the link, share it out.
That's what you should do. Yeah, I know. We got to get it to my team better that we can do that. Now.
We should probably find a good ending point for this thing.
Yeah, dude. I know this has been like a whole Ferrari ride, dude, and it's like we're just crashing right now. But hey, this.
Well, we could go on to other things, but it's gonna like get off topic,
Yeah, no, but 100%. So in ending, you guys go to changinglivesfinancial.com. You can see what I'm very proud and help build the brand awareness out there. For my brother's
link will
business.
be in the description too.
Yep, and then obviously Changing Lives course. So just come in for free to the Entourage group. You answer a couple questions. We'll actually give you a PDF on how to make your own reality board, so you can make that right yourself too. And there'll be a video along with it that's in the course, but I'm gonna break that out. And then there's obviously always help going forward on that. And I'm still gonna sell windows to make payroll, dude.
Nice.
I love the journey, dude. Like when someone's doing a window deal with me or like a construction deal, I know where the money's going. It's going to build a business, right?
Right.
And that's what makes, even though you got to do what you don't like doing, we're all working at jobs, maybe sometimes we don't like where we're at, because you got to see the vision where you're going to be.
For sure.
And when you're doing that, it makes the little things, they're just the thing in the way, right? Yeah. Like even Josh going back and helping really consult and work with a restaurant group, really high group, I'll tell you about it off. I don't know, he'll be mad. he's able to help his mastery management group, the growth sheet. That's his really strength. He's going to be known as the growth guy. I have the marketing thing. He's going to be the growth university. He does all that stuff. That's just what his purpose is, right? He's spoken at a lot of the financial things. People always want to speak, by the way. All the time, Jeff, we want to speak on your stage. Come to the Entourage group, but also if you join the Changing Lives financial thing, you start producing, they notice it, you get to speak in front of all these power players too as well with Ed. So
that's awesome.
It's a good way. So it's personal development because they teach you how to do it and go present and everything, you know? So it's literally
public speaking.
What?
You're learning public speaking.
Yeah, which is great. And I'll leave you guys with this. This is one I got from Myron Golden. Okay, so I'm gonna give credit to him. But I heard it on Clubhouse. If you're not on Clubhouse, follow me on Clubhouse.
Myron Golden.
Yeah.
Huh?
You know who that is?
Dude, he's
Dude, I got to see the lineup on your blue point. He was out there too.
Yeah. So
dude, I wish I came to that.
Do you know Lee Height?
Yeah, of course. Dude, I tried to work for Lee Height. I sent an interview. It's on my YouTube channel. Me saying I'm going to work for Sky. Before I was working, I was either going to work for Lee Height and move to Florida. I've been wanting to move to Florida for a while. Sky Diamonds, right? So I was going to work for him. I was going to work for Solar. I was going to work for the only thing that kept me here is my family.
So Myron Golden is like Lee Height's mentor. Coach or mentor or whatever. So he was speaking at that event as well.
A lot of reasons why my success in my consulting business is 100% Myron Golden. Okay, Lewis Howes and Myron Golden. He gave me more personal stuff on talking one-on-one on Clubhouse that I took action on that helped me build in everything.
So you're just saying like you just joined his room while he was talking or something like that?
Yeah, well, I'm an influencer on Clubhouse. Like people pay me to go to rooms. Okay,
Gotcha.
So they'll pay me to come to a room and stuff like that.
Because people will see
too.
that you're in there.
Right, so they'll come. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They pay you to moderate rooms. Me and my brother had a room we're running one day. On everything. I'm gonna probably do a room with David Hill. It was the guy, the book I got right here. He's another connection because I just want to bring everybody up on the journey with me. But yeah, Myron Golden and John Lee, two of the biggest guys that I've done our $7 a month thing, $770 because my 77's the million. So we're opening up a monthly membership where you can get access to stuff you can't afford everything at $7.77. So that's from John Lee.
Different levels, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So, but really, Myron taught me to start high, right, and then you can start weeding people out and always go down lower,
for sure.
Right. So that's exactly what I did, and it was really good because it weeded out all the people who weren't really serious.
Serious about it. Dude, we should, we're going to keep going on this thing. Yeah. But Myron Golden, great dude.
Dude, who else? Advice. Lee Height, dude. That's crazy that he was his coach. So that was the blue collar.
It was Lee Height's event. Myron Golden was one of the speakers. Tom Reber was a guy who really helped me out in construction. He runs the Contractor Fight podcast.
Oh, I think I know that name because I searched the space for Joe a lot,
Yeah, probably. He was big like 2018, like back when I first started seeing you were doing the same thing, like I was looking for ways to grow this business. And then headline. There was a
Bradley
bunch.
Speak there.
Bradley spoke there. Ed Milet spoke there. They were like the headliners. And a couple other dudes. Lee also had a bunch of guys who he has coached, do panels of people up on stage talking about their thing and this and that. It was cool. It was a big marketing thing for Lee's courses and Lee's stuff.
Yeah, it is. I know Lee's building his brand, dude.
He's building his brand. Dude, but there was definitely some value. I mean, Bradley was the reason why I went.
I want to talk to you because Changing Lives the Entourage.
Let's end this thing real quick.
I will talk this thing, but I don't want Changing Lives, the event is not going to be like where I'm going to be selling my course. I don't want to sell anything
dude.
There. You know what I mean? It's going to be all there. Change people. We're going to have a basketball hoop and a football.
Changing Lives Financial.
Yep.
Jeff, the entrepreneur. Yep. Thanks so much for being here, dude.
We don't even shake hands. We'll shake hands right here. That was awesome.
It was great. Talk to you soon.